How different do you feel coming into year two as opposed to like this time last year?
Yeah, I got some time under my belt, some battle wounds. I done been to the promised land, so been through an NBA season, the ups and downs. So those are all experiences that I have that I didn't have last year.
Last season, obviously, you had a few welcome to NBA moments, but with just the decision-making in the offseason, was it different seeing some guys go? And obviously, you're going to have a bigger role this year as well. Yeah, most definitely. It was really different seeing guys go, given that was my situation when I first came into the league, so I don't know anything else. Like, that was my only NBA team I've been on, so having guys from that core group leave even after winning the championship and going through all of that, those emotions and things together. So that was different having people lead the team.
What skills did you add to your bag this offseason?
We've been working on a lot. Defense is one big thing. On-ball defense, off-ball defense, getting over screens, getting under screens, figuring things out on that. Finishing around the rim is something I've been putting a lot of emphasis on. And, all in all, shooting.
Now that you've had some time to, reflect on the postseason run, what specifically do you think you learned from that experience or gained from it?
It was an experience, and, you can't really prepare for that, the playoffs, the finals, without actually going through it. And, not many people get that opportunity. So given that I did have that opportunity, just soaking it up, paying attention to everything, every moment within that run, within those experiences, and trying to take the most out of it.
Hey, Moses, non-basketball question. Short summer for you guys. What was the most enjoyable thing you've done this summer, non-basketball related?
So I got a lot of family in Atlanta, and I went out to Florida, and they all came up from Atlanta, and we just had a house on the beach. Everybody stayed in the house, and it was like a family reunion type of thing for about a week. That was the highlight of the summer, no question.
Hey, Moses, Colin Ward, Henninger, CBS Sports. Coach Kerr said the top six is kind of, firm, but after that, there's going to be a lot of guys competing for minutes. Obviously, you're in that mix. What's it like for a second-year guy to be able to come in and have a potential rotation role on a championship team?
Yeah, that's everything. It's not many people can say that. Not many people get that opportunity. So it's just an opportunity. It's just that's what I love to do. Compete on the floor. Just doing what I can and make myself useful. Put myself in a position of where they need me on the floor.
Moses, Ron Krejcik from the San Francisco Chronicle. How much specifically, or what specifically, did you learn being around Steph last year? And I'm curious, as a 20-year-old, if you tease him at all about his age, or is that off limits?
Nah, I really don't. He's I try to pay attention as much as I can, because with guys like that, Steph is a kind of introverted person. I wouldn't even want to say that, because he is outgoing and talkative and everything. But when I observe and when I try to soak up the knowledge from older guys, I try not to just straight ask questions, because I feel like when somebody's giving advice, they will have a different response than they do when they actually do it. Like, if I'm asking him tips on how to shoot, he might tell me what his trainer is telling him. But if I observe and see how he actually shoots, then I feel like I can get more realistic feedback. And that goes for shooting, that goes for off the court, that goes for how you carry yourself, how you carry your business, all things like that. So just observing and trying to figure out as much as I can.
Moses, Chris Alvarez from ABC7. Last time we talked was during the summer, and I'd asked you if you were going to watch Steph host the ESPYs. Did you watch him host the ESPYs, and what did you think of his performance?
Yeah, I did watch him host the ESPYs, but that was actually during that trip when I was in Florida when that was going on. So I was kind of in and out, because I have a lot of little cousins that was running around the house with Nerf guns, and so there's a lot going on. But it was definitely a really good show between him and Dre and Andre Juan. I saw a lot of guys there interacting. It was a good performance for sure.
Does it ever get old being called champ? I'm sure everybody just, what's up, champ? Is that what people refer to you now?
Yeah, I have been hearing it. No, it doesn't get old. It's that's something that I heard a lot going through that first season. One of the guys on the training staff, he was saying, like, yeah, go and win a championship your first year and have them call you champ for the rest of your career. So that's a cool thing to have him say before that and then actually see it through.
You mentioned, having the opportunity to fight your way into the rotation, and you're viewing it as an opportunity. But what specifically do you think you need to prove or maybe impress the coaches with to earn that spot?
I feel like our coaches, our staff is really even keel. So I don't necessarily feel like there's something I can do today that's just going to wow everybody over. Like, oh yeah, we need him. It's just consistency. Just being the person that I am, putting in the hard work, doing what I do day in and day out, and committing to that internally, and making sure I'm holding myself accountable to that every day. And then what goes on after that, I feel like if I'm able to do that, then I deserve it. And if I deserve it, if it happens, if it doesn't, that's out of my control. But just focusing on controlling what I can, which is hard work, consistency, putting it in every day.
It's Monty Poole, NBC Sports Bay Area. Moses, there's a lot of talk about what Andre's influence is and what he's able to do for the young guys on this team. Going back to last year, what are the things that you got from being around Andre?
It's a lot. I get a lot from Andre. He's just such a big personality in on the floor, off the floor, in the locker room, on the plane, on the bus, when Andre's in the room. So that's another guy that adds completely different things to the equation. Like I say, I'm paying attention and I'm learning a lot from Steph, as well as Dre, as well as Loon, as well as KT. But Andre brings a whole nother thing to that equation. He's big on off the court investments and just a really intellectual, smart guy. But at the same time, he's relatable too. He's from where we from, type of thing. So built from the same cloth. So he can communicate those things that I haven't been exposed to when it comes to the business side of things and all of that. But as well as on the court, he's really intellectual on the basketball side too. So I can ask him questions. He's seen it all. All righty.